Y'all know how we do. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the She Pub Network, where we talk books, authors, and publishers. I am Shanita Finesse, CEO and founder of She Publishing LLC. And I'd like to welcome you guys again. You know, we just popping on live. You never know when we coming, y'all. But just remember, Tuesday nights is our regular nights where we pop on. So whether we introduce the show initially or whether we jump on impromptu, just know that you're going to have a great show. So tonight we will be introducing you and interviewing one of our amazing authors from the She family. His name is Marvin Michael O'Bryant. He is the author of I Woke Up Black, but he's also the author of several books, and we're going to get right into that. But before we begin, as always, I got to let y'all know. I got to let the people know what's going down. All right, so we are so super excited about the 2025 She Conference and Networking Convention. As you guys know, it is scheduled for the weekend of September 19th, 20th, and 21st. September 19th is the meet and greet, where we are going to have book cover contests, spoken word, karaoke. We're going to get to meet the authors. They will also be vending and selling their books and speaking about their books. And day two is the gala, which is Saturday, September 20th, 2025. The doors are opening at 5:30, and you want to make sure you're in your seats at about 5:45 so that we can get that show on the road. But it will be the gala. We will have some keynote speakers. We will do awards. We will eat, have fun. And then just celebrate books, authors, and publishers. And then on September 21st is when we will do some educational sessions. We have a lot of amazing classes that we're going to do for authors and how they can, further market their books, how they can create their own stores, and even how they can even begin their own podcast so that they can create a brand surrounding their books and their businesses. So this is something that we're super excited about. Please visit www.shepublishingllc.com and you will go to the events link and then go ahead and register for your tickets while they last, while the tickets last. And then secondly, I want to let you guys know that we will be going on our first writers cruise. It is August 29th through September 3rd, 2025. Adults only, meals included. All of the rooms will be balcony rooms, y'all. So reserve your spot. To do that, go to www.mtwimagesolutions.com/cruise. So we will be in the building. There will be several instructors there giving you more nuggets on how to promote your books and your businesses. And let me see. Oh, we are in February, y'all. I can't believe it's February already. It is February already. So happy Black History Month. And without further ado, I am going to introduce y'all to the coolest dude I know. Okay, I'm going to have to tell you. Okay, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Okay, let's introduce and let's welcome Mr. Marvin O'Bryant.
Hello, Miss C. How you doing? Look at you. What an introduction. I'm scared to even talk now. How you doing though?
I'm doing great, great.
Oh,
It is
great,
so
great.
good to see you again.
Awesome. Good to see you too. I'm excited about coming to Chicago and having a great time with you and the Sheep family. Those are some of the amazing, great people. We was just like we've been knowing each other for all our lives. And we just met recently, what, about a year ago or something like that. And I'm also preparing for the cruise. So this will be my first cruise. And so I can't wait. I'm excited.
Really? Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm ready to get on the boat.
Yeah, it's like and especially so viewers, I have to let you know that first I want to make sure if you are joining us, drop your name, where you from, and if you have a question for Marvin, please ask that question. Marvin is one of the most talented. He's a talented man, writing books, plays, all kinds of stuff, you guys. And so he's done movies, shows. I mean, amazing. And so what this is about is it's about us coming together to share information. And guess who's here? We got Mark Beausejour, aka the
What's
Black
up?
Cyrano, here saying, what's good, Marvin?
What's going on, Mark? What's going on, man? Man, congratulations on all your success. I can't wait for us to meet, link up when I get to Chicago.
Yeah, because you didn't meet him in Houston when we were in
No,
Houston.
right.
Okay. Yeah, but Marvin, just for the viewers, tell them a little bit about yourself and some of the books that you've written.
Well, it's hard to introduce myself as who I am. I consider myself as just, I'll say, just a regular guy that's with a God given talent for storytelling and love for people. And I really enjoy life. I kind of live life kind of like it's the last. Every day is like it's the last. I don't meet strangers, and you give me a chance, I give you a chance, and we can meet in the middle. And you hug me, I'm gonna hug you. So I'm just that type of guy. I don't see color. You love me, I love you. And my deal is that these stories, I want to encourage somebody that's going through some of the things that I went through. Um, like, for instance, one of my books is entitled Life Without a Father. That was very devastating to me to see other young men with their fathers at football practice or at church or all that. And I didn't have that. And so I really went into a zone of being angry at the world and whoever crossed me. I didn't have no shut off valve when it comes to being tough or uh, is ready to fight at the drop of a dime. So, but through church and raised by great grandparents and great grandparents, I was able to keep a balance of what I did and what I said and stuff like that. But so my deal now as 57-year-old young man, um, I just want to try to help out and give a word that's encouraging to young men that grew up like I did and single parent home. And I have a book called Uncle Barber. It's my life being a barber for 20 some years. It's one of the best things ever happened to me in life. It changed my life tremendously. That book is amazing. That story in there, it's the truth. And then I wrote another one called um, No More Excuses. There was a time when I was trying to get myself back on track. Had been to California for 3 years and came back to Texas and seemed like wasn't nothing going right. Didn't have no mentors, didn't have nobody to kind of mold me. I was kind of like just trying to find my way, and it was very miserable, very miserable. So I wrote the book No More Excuses for men like myself that didn't really know how to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, as they say, when you don't even have the boots on. So it just took a lot of prayer and faith, and I give credit to my family as being support system, because if you don't have a support system, boy, you can sink in the quicksand. So in my school teachers in my city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Little Rock, they don't know. And I mean every person I've ever met in that city, those cities, I'm the subtotal of them. I took something from them and I put it in myself because I didn't have no identity growing up as a young man. I didn't know who I was, what I was going to be. I just knew You better not mess with me because I'm gonna let you have it. But God, down through the years with the church and my greatest minister in the world, Reverend Jerry Black, I love him so much to death. He changed my life. I got baptized under him. And from that day forward, I stopped blaming anybody for my shortcomings, and I started looking to myself and want to be make something out of myself and not be mean. Stop being mean to people. Stop being cruel, and try to love. And so it's embedded in me now to just love, love, love. I don't care. I love everybody. So the book I Woke Up Black is basically a book. I was tired of basically I was watching a lot of Farrakhan, and I was tired of him preaching to us day in and day out on social media. And I said, but what are we doing? And so I said, well, maybe I want to write a book to where all of the races can get a feel of who Black people really are. I want to know that we're not vicious people. We're not what you think we are. We're the most loving people in the world if you give us a chance. We just don't trust you no more. That's all it is. But right now, if anybody's listening to this interview, if a Caucasian or a Vietnamese or whoever would needed some help, needed some food to eat, your grandmother, your mother gonna say, "Huh, take this to them and get that so they can eat." We're loving people. It's just we don't trust easy no more. And um, I wrote another book. Oh, I'm trying to think. What's the other one? But anyway, let's see. No more excuses. Woke up black. Oh yeah, how to build a strong black man.
Mhm, mhm.
That book, I put a lot into it because I use what I was raised by my great grandparents, and they were in their 60s when I was given to them at day one at the hospital, basically, from what I was told. And so they raised me in the garden, planting seeds, chopping rows, and all that, picking peas, shelling peas, cutting the yard. And I tell people I started as an entrepreneur, and as 9 years old, I was cutting grass, making on a Saturday $100 by cutting yards, $10 a yard. I would start on the Caucasian side of the freeway because there's two sides. It's the black side and it's the Caucasian side.
Wow.
I would get up early that morning and cut 5 yards for $10 a piece. And then I come to my side of town. I push my lawnmower. And my grandmother would have lunch ready, and I would take a nap and get up about 3. And I cut 5 yards on the black side of town. And so it taught me money. So when it came time to me go shopping for school, I had my own money. I could buy my own tennis shoe. I didn't have to ask mama, can I get this? Mama, can I get that? So it taught me that, and that from that, I just knew I didn't want to ever be a beggar. I want to make my own money. And I got a chance to do that and I think I did well at it.
Yeah, well, I just want to know why you're sharing your story. Your whole She family is coming on and want to say hi
Great.
to you. So Aloja, she's just saying hi to you,
Hey,
and
hey,
then
hey.
Royce is here,
What's
He's
up, bro?
here. So
Man, y'all make me feel like I'm getting an award tonight, man. That's great support. That's what I love about Sheep Family. We do support one another.
we
Definitely. I love that.
Yeah, and it's a blessing to see how you can meet people and then how you can connect them together. And
Yes.
you guys are sharing your story, and in the midst of it all, we're all becoming better people.
Yes.
Um, yeah, we're meeting people who have the same goals as we do, and it's to live and to survive
Yes.
and to be that trustworthy people. And I kind of want to get into, because having you on the show and having men a part of the She family, because when people hear She, they just think it's just they may think that this is just a woman thing. No,
Right.
She is just the first three letters of my first name, but
Yes.
it has nothing to do with the family that we have, because it's with men, women, children, and all of that. But I had the opportunity to publish one of your books, I Woke Up Black, and it's I woke up black, what my eyes have seen, my ears have heard. and my heart has felt. And that title within itself is just, it's powerful, and it speaks to, your journey in writing all the books and where you were when you actually wrote this particular book. So I do want to just read you guys just a little bit of the back of the book. It says, I Woke Up Black by Marvin Michael O'Brien is a story inspired by real life experiences. It follows the life of Marvin, who has witnessed decades of depression, poverty, and lack of motivation in a nation struggling with love and respect. Despite these challenges, Marvin believes in the importance of respecting one another and finding value in every individual to bring out the best in society. He is deeply concerned about the persistence of racism and hopes to see a change in thinking and teaching for future generations. And it goes on and on. And again, it just speaks to how honorable Marvin is. And so I kind of want to deviate from the book for a second, because I
Yes.
love to get the perspective of
Hmm.
men, especially the men who's a part of the She family. And so I want to get into, what your eyes have seen, what your ears have heard, and what your heart has felt. And I kind of want to get into men's mental health, because sometimes you guys, I feel like you go through a lot. I mean, as a lot of people do, but again, tonight is about, I want to get your perspective. And guys, if you have any questions for Marvin as we're having this conversation, throw it out there. But I want to get into you, Tom. So you writing these books, is that a was this me time for you, writing books? And if there's more of me time for you, what is that for you?
Well, I'll write film scripts as well. I'm a storyteller, so I've written over 30 some stories that just God given stories, that I shoot short film on. And I'm right now I'm shooting two documentaries with the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. I wrote a short film called, I don't even know the name. It's called uh Angela, what's the short? Jefferson. It's called
Dang,
Jefferson.
y'all. Yes.
Listen, I'll be
I love
58.
Angela, by the way.
Yeah, I'll be 58 May 1st, and boy, it's kicking in. It's kicking in on that
Man,
memory. I wrote a short film on Jeff. It's called Jefferson. It's about a black guy that never knew his father, and his best friend. Last day of school, he was waiting on him, and his best friend finally showed up. And like, man, ain't you glad we out of school, man? I can't wait. My dad is coming to pick me up tomorrow. What are you going to see your dad? He said, I don't know my dad. And he said, you don't know your dad. Make a long story short, he didn't know how to ask his mom because his mom never talked about it. So this friend told him, ask his mom. He said, nah, she not gonna talk about that. She said, what about your grandmother? He said, okay, I'll think about it. But so what are you gonna do for the summer? I'm gonna be in my room watching TV. So he finally asked his grandma and found out his dad was in jail. So he sent his dad a letter and was able to go meet him for the first time, and it was wonderful. It's a little short film. Hey, Angela, I'm blocked somewhere here. It's. I need your help for a moment. Let me see if I can do it. Can y'all see me?
hmm we see
Okay.
you.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can do this. Something just popped up. I can't see y'all really. I think
Yeah,
I can.
so I'm just gonna tell y'all while Marvin is getting together, and I will tell I will tell you that sometimes I have to call Angela because I can't get in contact with Marvin. Okay, so
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, but
just like
I'm
with Royce, I gotta call Lisa so we can make
yeah,
sure he get on his interviews. No, I'm
yeah,
just joking, y'all.
yeah. And we were doing I'm doing a documentary with them on the shoe shine man. He's a black man that's been shining shoes for 50 years there in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and he put over, I think, 4 kids through college. and his brother is the legendary Bobby Rush, blues singer in the Hall of Fame. And so they're shooting his documentary now in Arkansas for me, and I got to make the last shoot. So, but other than that, that's basically it. I love writing stories. I love writing film, and I'm trying to shoot something feature. I'm right. Be honest with you, I'm writing on a feature script right now, and I probably have it ready in about 2 months. And I'm hoping to sell it or get somebody to executive produce it. But very tight story. So that's just what I do.
Man, I love that. And then two left shoes.
Yeah, that's another one about
Man,
Alzheimer, and dementia. It's a true story. I got
yeah.
that story from New Orleans, man, and I love that story.
Yeah.
And
So
so,
Royce is saying congratulations.
yeah, thank you, Ross. Thank you. Congratulations to you too, my brother. And hey, I'm just like I said, I'm just an average guy that just kind of just take it easy day to day. But I want to make a powerful impact before I get out of here. I want to get these kids into film in Arkansas. They trying to open a little film school, get it off the ground, and so I'm trying to take different people that have made film from Dallas down there to speak to get the student body motivated.
I love that. I love that about you. But let's get back to your me time. So
Yes, yes.
writing the books was me time. So
No,
what do you oh no, okay.
my me
Okay.
time, my me time, and it's funny how you asked that about the me time. My me time is putting everything aside, books, family, everybody, just your kids, everything. And Angela tell you, I used to go and park by myself, and they probably don't know, but Royce know I smoke cigars. I don't really drink anymore, but I smoke cigars, and I'll go park and face a field or face a wall and just be quiet and just be quiet. I try to just clear my head. Don't nothing. I don't think about no writing, no bills, no nothing. I just sit there and just look. I be really looking for a squirrel to pop up because I like watching squirrels or birds. My favorite is woodpeckers. If I see a woodpecker, I get scared because I said, God, finna do something. Because I like to see a woodpecker sit there and peck, 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 peck. So when I call me time is emptying out the trash, emptying out your head, emptying out everything. Something like your body stops, your blood stops. You're in a zone to where you just there's nothing. And sometimes I laugh to myself, don't even know why I'm laughing. I just feel that free of everything. And man, I think every man needs to learn how to grab hold to some me time. Now, me time may be different for somebody else. It might be working out, or riding a bike, or singing, or playing a guitar. That's cool. But my me time is nothing, nothing. So
Yes.
when I come in the house, I go to bed and I'm free. I'm free. It's deep. I didn't used to do this, but now that I'm here lately, the last 2 or 3 years, she'll tell you sometimes, where you at? Oh, I'm out in the car, or if middle of the day, I pull in the middle of the day, just find a dirt or road, just pull and park and just let the windows down. And my mind just gets, it's almost like getting a massage. And I don't
Yeah.
think the average men know how to get me time. Like I say, if you're busy, that ain't me time to me. It's just nothing, just nothing.
Yeah. Royce, he said, sometimes we have to be still and hear
Yeah.
from God.
Yes.
And Mark, he said, he feel you normally the break of dawn is me time for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's good.
I'm glad you all sharing this information. One of the things I want to tell you guys is that um literally I feel like in my heart that this is truly a family.
Yes.
And when we're doing these interviews and stuff, because I will tell you that when I talked to Marvin, we could talk for hours and hours and hours. And what I found is that we have a lot in common, more than I even knew. And I
Yeah.
learn something every time. And it's just like growing with your, you know, I'm gonna call him my brother in authorship because I'm an author as
Yes.
well. And
Yes.
and I truly see you as that. And when we talk, it'd be like an epiphany about
Yes.
something else
Yes.
that's happened. But what I will tell you is this is another epiphany because I do the same thing. And I know
Yeah.
we're talking about the me and me time, but I'm gonna tell you, I will drive in a parking lot
Yeah,
of
man.
like a Target or something and just be sitting in the car and just I'm gonna take 5 minutes to myself right
Come
here.
on, man.
Ain't nobody else in the car,
Come on now.
you know, and
Uh,
it's so important to sometimes
yes.
just stop.
Telling you.
Like in my book, one of the quotes, I can't recall what it says it, but it says something like some things aren't meant to be done or completed today or something like that. It's something to that effect. And it's like, yeah, like I might have emails, I may be getting a text message, maybe I'll be like, everything stop, shut down. I'm finna take this time for myself. I may
Man.
even put on like Joel or something or
Yeah.
inspirational, but I get what you're saying. It's like you just want that silence,
That's silence. That's it.
that's
That's it.
it.
That's it. That's it.
And I think men do need that. Mark said that peace and quiet helps me get my thoughts together so I can write.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also I saw a it was some type of real quick YouTube of something. I think it was like Denzel Washington, and he said something like, when you wake up in the morning, just get up, don't grab that phone, don't do
Yes.
nothing, just spend some time with yourself when you
Yes.
first wake up in the morning.
Yes.
Be grateful for, you know, what you have, but just take that time for yourself. And what you're saying is you even doing that throughout the day.
Oh yes.
Sometimes that's what
Oh
you
yes.
need.
Oh yes. I have to. Waking up as a grown man is is deep because before you even open your eyes, the pressure of this world is already on you before you walk outside. And you have to walk outside uh, with the grace and mercy that your day is going to be okay and you're going to come back home and you're not going to get disrespected because we got a lot of pride and you can't just treat a man any kind of way on the streets. He's on the edge about a whole lot of stuff. He got wife at home, he got kids, some of us got grandkids, and we got bills and this, you got a job to go to, got a boss man. And hey, when dad goes down, a lot of times the family struggle. So dad has to keep a level head. Dad has to leave the house in a positive mood. And, you know, uh, all a man really wants, I've been a man a long time, and I'm sure these other she brothers can attest to that. We don't mind doing whatever we got to do to provide for our family. But if you really want to see a man, if you notice, if you watch real men that get up and go to work every day and got responsibility, they don't smile that much. If you watch your friends' fathers back in the neighborhoods, them men didn't smile a whole lot. Sometimes you scared to even say, "How you doing, Miss Johnson?" "Oh, hey, boy, how you doing?" It wasn't a joyful to in my neighborhood. Grew up, men just had so much on them, heavy to where they didn't have time for a lot of play. But it's the family who has to put the smile on the father's face. For instance, that kiss in the morning before you walk out that door, that's all a man really needs. That kiss, hey, baby, boo. Oh, baby, what you up?
Exactly.
And expect when he comes home, them kids just to meet him at the door. Hey, dad. You don't get that no more. Dad doesn't get, and we talked about that about men not getting appreciated, fathers not getting appreciated. And I seen that, and I shared with Miss She about my granddad. We gave my grandmother a appreciation party. And my granddad is the backbone of our family, our generation. He worked for 40, 50 some years, making some serious money for the arsenal, made bullets and all that. He was a forklift driver. So
Wow.
we lived in big houses on Front Street in Arkansas where rich Caucasians used to live. We was on Front Street downtown. So everybody thought we were rich. 2-story house and my mom's house are right next door. They bought both lots. And we from the country. So even our relatives used to think we were rich and stuff and bougie and that type of deal. So we had the appreciation from a grandmother. Everybody came from all over Chicago, Denver, because my grandmother's a big evangelist lady. Everybody know her in town. Sweet lady. One of the best I know. So my granddaddy, so all the little kids, grandkids is walking up to my grandma, giving her flowers and big pillows with this and that and quilts and stuff at church, packed out. My granddaddy started crying. And I'm standing there. I'm thinking he crying because he happy for my grandmother. This is what he said. Y'all don't love me. And I'm like, what? He said, I thought I treated y'all good. I thought I was good to y'all in the church in front of everybody. He's boo-hooing. And I'm like, Daddy, what are you talking about? Granddaddy, what are you talking about? He like, I thought I treated you. I said, oh my God, he didn't. So, men just, and it's like that today. Men don't get that and they need it. We human just like women.
Yes.
It's two difference. Men, women. So y'all are made from the rib of men. So we got soft spots just like y'all do. We cry just like y'all do. We just don't show you. We get emotional. We get caught up in our feelings and want to say something crazy because we didn't get what we thought. So a lot of men just get tough with it and say, man, forget it, forget it. I do me, I go buy me a new truck or something, or I go buy me a new suit to pacify myself. And kids don't know, especially when you get older, your dad didn't help you get through college and you come home, but you never sit down and say to him, Dad, I want to thank you, or
Yeah.
Dad, I love you for what you did for me. You really got me through college. I graduated. Look, I'm this, I'm that because of you. They don't want you to pay them back. They just want you to acknowledge that they don't want to hear it. Your graduation is fine, the diploma is fine, but they want to hear you say, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they
Yeah.
stick their chest out at church and when they go into the barber shop because they know they've been validated for being a good father, a good husband, good granddad. Really they get it from the grandkids, the grandparents. That's why they love their grandkids so much because look, baby, the little 2-year-old boy and 3-year-old boy don't mind saying, I want to go Paw. I want to stay with Paw. And
Exactly.
I've seen it with my own eyes. It make a granddad, oh, let that boy stay another night. I'll bring him home. It tears a man down. I've seen Pawpaws cry when that little girl got to leave going back home for the summer. But he don't get it from his own kids. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times don't even get it from the wife no more. And even sisters and brothers. I tell my brother, now I'm 57, my brother is 60. I still kiss my brother on the mouth in public. When we see each other, we had a family reunion, he come in, I come in, I lock up around him, I kiss him dead on the lips. That's my brother. My sister, we still kiss on the lips. She's 65. We don't do all that jaw stuff and all that handshaking, man. That's God wants us to love one another, not just like one another. You ain't got to like me, but you need to love me. It's the right. I'm sorry, I'm taking up too much time.
No, you are not taking up too much time. This is for you. This is all for you.
Well, let
And
me
first of
say
all,
some more. I got some more for you then. No, I'm just playing.
fix the word in. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, like I can appreciate you saying that, and it's something that I truly growing up because I feel like I'm just a big kid sometimes. Like,
Mhm, mhm,
but growing up and becoming a woman or whatever and a wife and all of this, I can appreciate what you're saying, and I totally understand it you
yeah.
know I feel like, and I was just like, I was actually like glancing through your book because you have a section that says forgiveness and mistakes, and I think sometimes we go through the day
Hmm.
getting the day done. Okay, look, I gotta go to work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do the kids, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and then I don't stop to say, Let me give you a hug. Thank you.
Ooh,
Thank you for
man.
charging my phone last night.
Come on, man.
Like the little things
The
that you
little
can
things.
do
That's the little
to
things. That's
show
right.
appreciation because you don't know what type of day he had at work.
Come
You
on now.
don't know what this man has been through, and now he got to come home. And then because you thinking of something that he's done to you in the past, or you just going by the day, it's like sometimes, so while you say, and I love when we have conversations, but when you say taking time for me, you have to also take that 5 minutes for another person and to
Yes.
think about another person. And
Yes.
that might be your husband or your dad
Yeah.
or your granddad or whoever. You make that time for them because I mean, life is short for real.
Come on now.
So
Come on now.
if you don't give that man, show that appreciation because we're all human. We all gonna make mistakes. We were just talking about this last night because we were talking about Pam's her mental the book that she did with the group of men. And then,
Hmm.
you're actually going to be in Dr. Calinthia's book, The Love
Right.
Letter to Yourself, which that's due, I think, on the 7th. I think that's
Okay.
due in a couple of days.
Okay.
Um, but just stopping and making that time for the people in your life because you just never know. And like you said, all you need is that little thank you, that okay, to give me that extra
Yeah.
to keep going.
Yeah. Miss She, every man I'm sure that's on this on the well with us to show with us tonight.
Hmm.
If you were at work and whatever job you're doing, and you just happen to go in your pocket looking for some money to go to lunch or to put in the machine, and when you reached in there, there was a letter, a note in there folded, and you're like, "What in the world is this one?" It's a note from your wife, and
Yes.
vice versa, your husband, just saying, "My Superman, I just want to thank you for being who you are." Guess what? Your whole day, you was just all right at work. They finna think something's wrong with you because you done went to another level with a smile on your face. Just that little 1 line letter, you know, thank my Superman. Thank you for being who I am. So like right now, I find myself, so like I tell y'all sometime when I come in the house, Angela might be in there washing dishes or something or already in bed. I'll get in bed and guess what I'll do? I just tell her, hey, come here. Let me just hold you, you know. And she just light up, smile, show me all 72 of her teeth. And it's just you gotta give it too, you know. You gotta open up that door to let us know it's okay. But our granddads and great granddads, they were taught to be tough. Half of them weren't raised with their dad. A lot of them, you know, dad went to the military and fought in wars, and some just left. Like rest of them. But those men weren't taught. They weren't no big huggers back in those days, and that's that. We got to break that. We got to break that, man. Boys need to know their dad. It's okay to hug your dad. We don't want to wait till he gets sick and he think he's about to die before you tell him you love him, and vice versa. Even your brother, man. A lot of brothers don't hug. They hug when they ain't seen each other in 2 or 3 years. But hey, if my brother lived around the corner, he came in my house. What's up, boy? I'm finna hug him
Yeah.
because you never know. It might be the last time.
Yeah.
We
Don't take
dine at
your
all
family for
ages now.
granted. Yeah.
Nah, nah. And like I say, nephews the same way. Nephews so hard because they dad walked out on them or went to prison. Especially when the crack got out or whatever, went to prison for hustling or whatever. But I've learned in these last years or so not to be angry at nobody that didn't contribute what I used to be angry. Because guess what? They gave you all they could at that time. And my point is, for all you know, God needed you to go through some ups and downs to make you the strong person you are today. Uh, what is a weak man? A weak man is never somebody that's never encountered trouble or sickness or defeat or neglect or anything like that. So a strong man is somebody that has been through the storm and the rain, the ups and downs, the ins and outs. And I used to tell people all the time about bullies. I used to be a bully. So when I see a bully, I go get close to him. It's like a magnet. Everybody else scared of him. I go get right in his face. What's up, man? What's going on? He looking at me like, you ain't scared of me? No, sir. Because I know what you are under those layers. Bully, always
Yes.
remember this. A bully is nothing but a person that's been neglected, hurt, and abused for the physical or mentally, whatever. And so his defense is he want to kick everybody's butt. He want to kick everybody's butt. But the bully is the softest bear, softest rabbit in the world because he just wants love. She just wants love. I've done it. I done tested bullies when I was in jail for child support or whatever tickets. I get right up under the one that's talking the loudest and everybody's scared of, and they fall in love with me. And when it's time for me, because I'm just there for a couple of hours to somebody come get me out. I wasn't there for no violence or nothing like that. But they be like, Big Papa, you leaving? They call me Big Papa. Yeah, I got to leave you, man. I said, but well, can I have your stuff, man? You can have all that. Big Papa, I need to find you, man, when I get out, man. You my cat. I just love bullies, man, because I was that guy. I was that guy.
Mm-hmm. I do want to go back to this letter in the pocket.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Ladies, let's take note. Okay. So look, if you're here to show tonight, okay, if you're here tonight and you're a woman, okay, you should write
Yeah,
that letter, okay, and slip it on in that pocket.
I'm
When
telling
you
you.
see the
But
mood change, I think Roy said the whole mood just changed, you know.
it does. It does. It
You know what
does.
I'm saying? Let's get back to that part first.
We just want the little things, man. We want to know we appreciate it. We want to know we validate it. You ain't got
Yeah.
to buy us no Rolex watch, none of that. Just every now and then give us a kiss when we least expect it. On our way
When
to the
you least
bathroom. Hold on, baby. Come here for a minute.
expected.
Huh?
I said,
Yeah.
yeah, when you least expected. I'm with
Least
you. I,
expected.
I
Least
feel
expected.
that.
Yeah, man. Man out there on that barbecue pit, you just walk up behind him and tap him on the shoulder, give him a kiss. That meat gonna taste better than it was supposed to, because he finna really flip it now.
Hey, look, you done gave us a whole nother nugget, a whole nother nugget.
Okay, I'm
I
so,
think
I'm
y'all
so
heard this,
to be
ladies, but
continued.
what he said was, okay, what he said was, if you cooking, the food ain't really good. If you really can't cook, no, I'm just joking. But if the meal, okay, whether it's good or a little bit not so
Yeah,
good, all I
I
gotta do
got
is kiss on the cheek,
kiss
and
on the
it's
cheek.
better, it's
Hey,
better already.
I got one more for you, and I promise I'm through with that. You done
Let's
started opening a
hold
whole nother
up.
window.
Let's hear.
Hey, in the morning, that bowl of cereal, you just got one spoon. Bring it to bed, and y'all eat out there one bowl. And
Come on now.
it makes a
School us,
difference.
Marvin.
It
School
makes
us.
a difference in this relationship.
I like
In other words, don't nobody even really hold hands no more. They don't. No, you don't get that. You don't get none of that no more. Nobody open doors no more.
yeah.
Man, I still do it. I still do it, man. Because
Look, Royce,
I've never seen it. I've never seen it done.
I
I
gotta
did.
tell you, I'm sorry. I just gotta jump in really quick because
Oh yes,
Royce, he literally said he still like to watch it. So, you can give him a kiss, but he still wants it.
Ross, you still like to watch us? Get out of here. That's all right, right there. That's all right, man. Still like
Yeah.
to watch. You'll take the watch.
Telling you. And so what you're saying, Mark, he kind of chimed in because this was something that we were actually talking about Sunday night,
Mm-hmm.
when we all jumped on to party, and it was a bunch of us on there. It was Calinthia, Mark,
Mm-hmm.
Royce, our regulars. And
Yes.
we were talking about why people bully others and stuff like that. And we have an author from the Little She Project who wrote the book Broken Crayons.
Mm-hmm.
And Broken
Yeah.
Crayons was
Yes.
talking about bullies and how,
Mm-hmm.
they may be broken, but, they still can color. Bullies
Yes.
are people just like you and me. And really,
Yeah.
maybe all they need is that love that we're
That's it.
talking about right
That's
now.
it. That's it.
Um, but yeah,
Can I say this, Miss She, about the bully deal?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if y'all know Gerald Alstein, the big preacher here in Houston.
Oh yeah, oh, I listened to him. I was just listening to him today.
Well, this is what he said about 4 or 5 years ago. He said that across the street, when he lived with his parents, he was a teenager. Across the street was a big time bully that went to school with him. And this boy beat up everybody in school. Everybody was scared of him. But he lived right across the street from him. And he
Um,
said that he would always come over and play PlayStation with Gerald Saturday mornings and say they were upstairs playing PlayStation Saturday morning. And Gerald Osteen's dad hollered upstairs and said, Gerald, what did I tell you? I thought I told you to empty that trash. Get down here and empty it right now. So he did. He stopped the game, went downstairs, emptied trash, and came back upstairs. And
mhm.
when he got back upstairs, the bully was crying. Tears were running down his eyes. He thought that he might have to go home. He said, no, you don't have to go because his dad hollered so loud. He said, no, 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 I want what you got.
Yeah.
I want what you got. I wish I had what you got.
Wow.
Little boys want to be, little boys want to know that they dad hollered at them to where, because they know that's authority and they want that. And you don't ever get that. How do you know what it's like to be a man? You got to chastise your son and say, and no little boy wants to fail their dad. That's the biggest thing. You've
Mhm.
seen commercials where little boy's mom, the dad is not there, and little boy's helping his mom tote the grocery in the house. Little old bitty boy, he got that sack because he wants to impress his mom. He wants to be the man in the house. And man, you'd be surprised how empty a bully is. And he will hurt you. She will hurt you. But deep down inside, that's not them. That's not them.
Yeah. So you
Look at
said,
me.
yeah, and that's what I was literally about to say. So you were the bully.
Oh my God.
You were the
Arkansas.
bully.
I was the bully. I'm talking about and I played linebacker. And the people to this day, they always saying I was one of the best linebackers to come out of my high school. And I got scholarships from everywhere. And I really used to, if you saw Ray Lewis, that was me. Lawrence Taylor, that was me every Friday night, even in football practice. And me and one of my best friends, we were close, but we're not close because I hit him too hard in the Oklahoma drill. I didn't know it was him. I never would have did that. And when I looked at him down on him, it was him, and he quit. And we used to spend the night over each other's house, but we talked maybe once every 2 or 3 years. But behind what I used to try to kill people because I was hurt, I wanted them to feel the pain that I was going through. And so I took it out on the football field on everybody.
Yeah.
Referees used to want to throw me out the game and everything. And other guys from other schools would get together right now that I played against. They'll tell me, man, you broke my jaw, man. I got wire in my jaw right now. You broke my shoulder. And I did, and because I saw the ambulance take them off. But
Yeah.
to this day, I don't remember none of those football games. I don't even
Wow.
remember playing football because I wasn't in. I didn't play for sport. I played for anger, for payback. And so, um, like I said, if it wasn't for my pastor who changed my life in like the 12th grade, the sermons that he preached, he's in Atlanta now, one of the best preachers in the world. When I say he taught me how to be humble, love, and just clean out, you pray for those who spitefully try to misuse you. And so I do that. When people, it's kind of like when they say, forgive God, Jesus told God, forgive them, they know not what they do. That's how I am with family members, friends that try to talk down on me or say something bad to Terry. I just smile and say, Lord, forgive them. Because you can't mess with God's chosen ones. You can't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Just like you
I
can't.
believe it.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. You can't mess with God's chosen people, man. You take your mouth off from everything. My grandma they had preachers in my hometown that people saying they were doing all kind of stuff, drinking. And I was telling my grandma, they say so and so be getting smoking. She said, "Hey, you don't talk about no preacher. That's God's man. got to take care of whatever's wrong with him. So that made me, as a kid, back up. I'm like, ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. As they say,
So
he's not through with me yet.
yeah, hey, look, we all growing, right? We all growing
There you go.
progress.
There you go.
And I want to, before I segue into a different
Okay.
conversation, I do want to know, what advice can you give to someone who knows a bully or is being bullied? How can we deter that? Like, how could someone have made you not be that bully? I mean, aside from the pastor or somebody, like, is it anything that someone could have done to just not been bullied by you?
Be nice to me. You will win me over.
Because sometimes I think that's like, when you be nice to if you nice to a bully, they might take that as a sign of weakness. Is it be nice to you, or is it let you know I'm not afraid of you, and then maybe we could become friends in that way?
So I'm gonna use you right now. I'm gonna use Royce right now. Say I met Royce on the playground, and Royce is a bully or whatever. Uh, I'm gonna speak to Royce every day when I see him. What's up, Big Royce? What's up, Big Royce? He gonna start to notice that this guy studies speaking to me. And when I get up close to him
Mm,
on recess, guess what I'm gonna say? Hey, Royce, when I grow up, man, I want to be just like you. I'm gonna win you over with letting you know I'm watching you and I'm giving you props. Like, I
wow.
like your style. Man, when you get them sharp shoes, man, when you get them, man, let me wear them sometime. Oh, you like these shoes, man? Are you for real? You like them? For you know it, that bully would do any. If somebody mess with you, he would kill them.
Wow.
He would kill them. It's like anything else. You got to take it one day at a time with a bully. Just like with training a puppy. You don't make a puppy stop peeing on the floor the first night you get him. It's one day at a time. One day at a
Yeah.
time. One day at a time.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I think, because man, like, I think people would want to know. And like you said, it's a day at a time. But again, if you're looking at a bully in a different light, then do that, because he wants that love, that discipline, sometimes that compassion, that
Right. So my last
okay.
one, I'm glad you sent it. My last one, y'all know how the ice cream man come in the neighborhood with the little truck playing the music. Do they have that where
Mm-hmm.
you from?
Yeah,
And just say
yeah,
it's
they
right
get
out the school.
some.
Yeah, it's right
Mm-hmm.
out the school, and you right up at the front window, and it's a line behind you. And Royce the bully is 12 people back, and I'm at the front, and I see you back there. Guess what I say? Hey, Royce, come on up here, man. Come on up here. Who gonna say something?
Mm,
Who's gonna say something?
nobody.
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 So my point, the fact that you brought him out and you
Good
gave him
point.
that attention, he's gonna cherish you. He's
I
gonna say,
like
"You
that.
my boy." I've been there because people did it. I had people that I know. I shouldn't be saying this because I know a lot of people watching Arkansas, but I know some people was so terrified of me, and I could see it. So guess what? I played with them. Man, what you got
Mm,
on? Man, you think you sharp, don't you? Man, I don't just wear a little something, man. You sharp as a tack. And go for you know it, they grinning and singing with me all through. And then they would do stuff like they'll pass me and somebody they you know how the people be play fight, play rational with
yeah.
and guess what they'll say when they get close to me? Man, you better leave me alone before I get Marvin on you, man. Maybe Marvin whoop your ass. That's what they would say. So I knew he looked up to
Wow.
me. So that's how we played. You just got to know how to ease in there. Ease in there. I used to
Wow.
do it with the women that fought all over in school. I would find a way to keep. Why you so mean? Why you got to fight everybody? Because that woman said, no, she better not be looking at me. I said, look at you, how pretty you is, and you out here. That girl ain't worried about you. I find ways to do that. Because I knew other people needed help more than I did. I mean, just as much as I did.
Wow.
God
So
just
you
put
was
me
so you was like a nice bully, huh? You was
very nice. Very nice, very nice. But I had my moments. I had my
yeah.
moments. I would lose it. I would lose it. I would lose it. I would really lose it. And when you
Yeah.
a hurt person, I tell people about a hurt person. Hurt people hurt people. if you see a wounded dog in the middle of the street that gets hit by a car, that's been hit by a car, I don't care what kind of dog. It could be a mutt. It can be a regular old Sooner, whatever you want to call it. But you say, well, let me pull over and go get this, pick it up and kick it out of the street. That dog would bite you, even though you're trying to help it, but it'll bite you because his hip is broke. He don't want that pain to go no worse than what it is. He don't mean any harm, but it's just natural reflex. He'll snap and bite you. But in normal reason, he'll let you pet him. So hurt people will hurt people.
Wow. Look, you dropping some nuggets for us. Seriously.
Nothing that
See,
you
you
know
dropping
already.
some nuggets. Come on now. Look, Royce, he said, confront the bully with admiration
Yeah,
versus being afraid or
that's
confrontational.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
confrontation. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
I,
see, so I mean, I've learned something, and when you went to DC, did you have an opportunity to speak to students in schools and stuff like
yes.
that?
Hmm.
Now, did you probably wasn't even talking about this
No, no, no,
particular situation, but
no, no,
I
no.
think this is a conversation for schools because, you know, some people they do permanent things for these temporary situations, and there was a situation where there was a kid who, unfortunately unfortunately killed himself because over that temporary situation of being bullied.
Yeah.
And so I think it's an important conversation to have. And then, especially when it comes to the men, that whole situation
Hmm.
is another conversation
Hmm.
to have. And I will tell you, we had a conference in 2023, the She Conference and Networking Convention, and it was a men's panel,
Hmm.
and they talked about all this different stuff. And I will tell you that the women in the room could appreciate hearing what the men had to say.
Yeah, I remember you tell. Yes.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to having something like that
Right.
again this year with the
Hmm.
conference as well, because that was like a hit, seriously. But I do want to shift a little bit. I
Okay.
want to shift to, because again, like when I have conversations with the authors, because y'all, we family, y'all.
Yes.
Um, and we found out today something that we had in common, which was anxiety. And I don't know, I still don't know for me where it came from, but can you speak on it a little from your perspective?
From my perspective, right?
Hmm.
I I've always all my life I've considered myself having, I call it claustrophobia, which means if I'm in a closed room or I'm locked in somewhere, I'm gonna tear the place down. And like I was telling you, uh, when I was in DC, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, when I was
I was
in
just
D,
saying that's me. That was
yeah,
me.
when I was in DC for the book festival, the guy, I didn't know, I hadn't been to a hotel before that I had to put the once I get on the elevator, I had to put the key up to the deal. So the door closed on me and just stayed there. And I'm like, wait a minute, I panicked. I'm just saying, okay, calm down, Marvin. So I started hitting the buttons again, and it was kind of dark. I had been drinking too that night, smoking a cigar, and I was having myself a good time sitting out there on the sidewalk by myself. It was cold, and and I said, wait a minute. So I hit the buttons again. They didn't move. So I started breathing hard, breathing hard. So next thing I know, I took my shoulder and rammed into the door. Bloom. And rammed it again. Boom. So the guy at the front desk came running because it never raised up off the floor. He said, are you all right? I said, no, I can't get out of here. This thing is stuck. He said, did you use your key? I said, for what? I said, I'm on the elevator. He said, no, take your room key and put it up to the keypad. And the door opened up. And I said, look, man, you need to ride up to my third floor with me. I said, I ain't used to this. I said, he said,
Yeah.
man. So it has happened plenty of times, man. And anxiety, and that's and they. I went to so I'm on medication for that right now, and it happened to me when I got ready to speak in D.C. I told Miss Rhonda I'm not going to be able to do it. I went to the bar and I started to get a drink. I said, "No, you don't drink no more. You had a little drink last night. You weren't supposed to do that." I said, "But." So the lady asked me. I said, "No, I want a glass of water." So I went out in the lobby, sat down. I called, told her. She's like, "You got to get ready to go up." I say, "Come here. I can't do it. I can't do it." And I went out there and prayed 30 seconds. And God said, go back in there. And
Yeah.
so what really gets me is when I sit waiting on my turn, it builds up the or whatever, and I get nervous. It ain't about the people. I love people. I can speak in front of 10,000 people. But that
Yeah.
expectation of just waiting, why is it taking so long? I'm ready. So I guess as I get older, it's starting to kick in real tough, real tough. And I'm talking about sometimes it causes me to gasp for a little, catch my breath. I lose my breath. Just if I don't take that medicine, man, it can be crazy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I think I experienced that, and I thought it was being claustrophobic or something.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I'm telling you, like, when we were talking, it was after I had my first baby.
Hmm.
We was in Great America. We was in this room, and they said something like, "You're locked in. You have to get the code." So like them escape rooms. Oh, you don't want to put me in an escape room,
No.
okay? Because if that door is locked or I can't get out, it's gonna be a problem.
What Miss She, I don't, I agree. I know where you at. I don't usually tell people this because I just don't. But I'm gonna share it with you all tonight. I think it all started from when I was about 8 years old, and me and my grandmother went up to Little Rock to get some. That's back when my uncles knew when the bell bottom, the platform shoes, the rhinestone on the leg. My cousin could sew real good, and she had a dog that would eat you up. She had one of them. I don't know what them dogs called, collie or whatever, but she was named Queenie. I never forget Queenie. Queenie be trying to tear the dough down to get it. So I told my grandma, I'm gonna sit out here on the porch. And I saw about 6 white kids, Caucasian kids down at the end of the block on their bicycles playing. I said, man, I'm sitting down here by myself. I don't hear everybody groan in the house. I said, I'm gonna walk down here because we're gonna be there about an hour or two sewing, getting it. I went down there, they were playing like cowboys and Indian, whatever they're doing. But right there on the corner was a lot for horse trailers, like for the cows to put what they herd the cow up in, those big
Mhm.
long trailers you can see through. So when I got down there, they started playing in the trailer. So I went on, played in the trailer too. And we were having fun. I thought
Yeah.
it's about to get dark. So I'm saying to myself, but I'm playing so fun. We laughing and playing like I'm white or Caucasian. They planned it. They ran out and locked the door behind them and locked me in the trailer. Now it's getting dark. My grandma don't know where I went. I was supposed to be on the porch, and where I'm at, she can't see me if she was to come outside because it's like down the street, right on that corner.
Mhm.
I'm about to, well, I did panic. I'm panicking because they took off running, jumped on their bikes. And I'm saying, how do I get out of here? And I'm shaking the deal. I'm like, wow, I'm going to get a whooping. And just so happened another Caucasian man had been to the store and he was passing by, older guy, about 50, I guess. I say, excuse me, sir, can you please help me get out of here? And he walked up to me and look, what are you doing in here? And the little latch is on the outside of the deal. So he just
Yes.
flicked the latch and slid it in the door. And I took off running to the house.
Mhm.
And the whole time I'm scared because I thought my grandma's been looking for me, but she didn't even know I was gone. But the whole time I was riding home, I'm saying to myself, all I had to do was reach my hand around. But I've never been in a horse trailer, a cow trailer before. And I think that when my anxiety started being locked up anywhere, you can't lock me up nowhere. I'm coming out. Window, it don't matter. I'm coming out.
Yeah. And now I remember that story in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's in the book.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in
it's
the
in
book.
the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
it's something it's something it's that you say that because I'm like trying to think what was the moment that sparked that? you
Yeah.
know, because people will get it. Like, and I don't know if, you know, being nervous about public speaking, I guess that is anxiety building, you
Yeah.
know. And
But
then
one,
once you do it, once you get there and you talk, you good.
I ain't ready to leave. I ain't ready to
No,
leave. But just
because I
walk,
think,
waiting
yeah,
on them to call my name. Oh, I'm about to, like
yeah,
Mrs. would say, I'm backstage pouncing, drilling, building up.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I'm telling you, I get that same feeling too. Like I talk in front of people
Yeah,
so often, but I'm gonna tell you, every single time,
yeah.
it's like it's the nerves, and I'm like, okay, I know what this is. And so I think this is something that I normally would not say
Hmm.
publicly, you know, because you don't want people to know you know, some of that part of you. But it's like once you begin to learn how to, you know, how to handle, how to manage
Yeah,
that, you know. And I think it's something that a lot of people have, and some people don't even know what it is.
don't
Like you
know.
said, sometimes it's like you can't breathe, but then you think, is it asthma or is it anxiety?
It's
You
anxiety.
know, what is it? You know, so then you be
No,
put, some people will sometimes put you on medications that you don't even need because it's anxiety. And it's like, these are some of the things that maybe if you're in a safe space, you
hmm.
will feel comfortable talking about it.
Yeah,
Now, we are live, everybody gonna hear this. So I don't know how safe the space is, but
yeah.
you know, we fam.
No doubt.
So
No doubt. No doubt.
but yeah, you know, going through that. But I
Let-
do,
let-
because we are running out of time here.
Okay.
And I got a question that I literally just thought about, and I'm not sure, you know, this may have to be for another day. I don't know. And if it's other men on the chat still listening, because we're going to wrap things up. But when was the point that you felt like you became a man? And I ask you this question because when we had a men's mental talk a couple years ago with the men on a She Family, the pastor who was on the roster talking, and he said that basically he felt like he had to become a man when he was in his teens because there was a responsibility put on him, and he felt like, man, he had to be that man at that age. And he said if he could go back and tell his younger self, he would tell his younger self, you don't have to be the man of this. You are not of age right now. You don't have to worry about this. So my question is, you know, when was the point where you felt like you were a man or you had the responsibilities of a man?
I really didn't become a man till I turned probably 48. I feel I was just
Wow.
portrayed. I felt I was just playing the role of a man because of I'm a male and of age. You know, I'm over 21. But when I became 48, I started to listen to God talk instead of listening to friends and stuff like that. And I wanted to change from going to the clubs and going drinking Hennessy every weekend with the fellas and this and that. I wanted to be more than that. And so whenever you start to yearn for change because everything is normal, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm tired of coming in at 2 in the morning. I'm, you know, especially when you got a good person that trusts you, love you, and care that you it's 3 o'clock and you ain't made it home. So you go in married and say, or you go in saying, or whether you married or not, man, I'm just gonna hang out and kick it with. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drive way over here. Before I even married Angela, I started. Sometime I'll meet a lady and she said, "Well, I live way in such and such." I might go one time and then I have to let them know when they call and say, "Are you coming?" No, ma'am. Listen. I tell you what. I thought about it. I'm not gonna be able to make them trips. And you deserve somebody to come see you. It's not that. But ma'am, I ain't know that's too far for me. And so I started changing, wanting to change to being more cautious of the decisions I make, thinking it over. Where I used to just say, "Man, let's do it, man. What you waiting on? Where you
Yeah.
at?" You know. Now I'm at the 48. I started saying, "You know what? Man, it's 9:30. It'd be 10 if I get there. It'd be 12. Man, I ain't going on that. Oh, it's finna. I used to didn't worry about the rain. It could be sleeting. It could be a tornado out. I would get in my car and go to the club. Where you at, man? Man, it's tornado. Oh man, that thing gonna pass through. All right, here I come. Now I'll be like, no, 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 no. Hey, let me say this. Y'all ain't gonna like this. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't gonna like this.
Oh,
And I know we got to go. Y'all ain't gonna like this. Miss She, I done got to where if I know you and you know me, you know I work, and you call not you, Miss She, not you. I'm talking about family members.
okay.
You call me at 5 o'clock knowing I get off at 5. I don't even answer my phone. I just got that grown, y'all. I'm not a grown man. Excuse me for saying this. I'm a grown ass man. That's two different men. I'm a grown ass man, and hey, I just figured now you give me a chance to get in the house, or you can't just be at my house waiting on me. I don't care if you my brother, man. Where you going? You give me time to get in the house, get showered. I mean, what is it? You know, you didn't think to wait an hour, let me get home. I just to start doing grown men stuff, you know. It's best to say this, and I'm done. I promise I'm through. I'll call you tomorrow, Miss Shay. Miss Shay. The deal is, what was
Let's
funny
stop it.
last year, what was funny last year to me ain't funny this year. That's the best way I can say the difference than learning, knowing that you're a man or not. Well, what was funny last year ain't funny this year. In other words, you can't, I'm at work, you just can't come slap me upside the head while I'm working at this age. You know what I'm saying? And you expect me to turn around smiling. No, I'm finna look at you like, have you lost your mind?
Exactly.
That's when you become a grown ASS man.
And you know what? And so I'm so glad I asked that question because and that was I love the answer
Yeah.
because I tell my daughters all the time, like, just because you turn 21 don't mean you're grown.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you're able to take care of yourself and this and that, and it's not to say that you don't need anybody when you become grown.
Yeah.
It's just you're doing more for yourself. So when you said 40, so Royce, he just hopped on and said, same here. He thought he became a man at 20 when he got married. It
Yeah.
wasn't until the divorce and getting remarried that he discovered that he was only playing the role.
Yeah.
And he believes that he truly became a man at almost 40. And I can appreciate the realness, the transparency, the trueness of these answers,
Mhm.
you know,
Well, you got
because
room
it's
for one more?
yeah, come
You sure
on.
now? Don't just say it.
I'm sure. Come on, but we definitely gonna wrap it up. But I'm for sure. Yeah, let's
I
hear it.
lost. I
Because
lost.
we gonna have
I
to come. We gonna have to have this conversation
yeah.
again and maybe
I,
pull Royce in and
right.
some of the other men in.
Yes.
But I'm listening.
I lost a good friend that we were very close. We still close, but we don't talk every day anymore. We talk maybe once a month or something like that. Very close. He stopped by my house on his lunch break. He drove trucks delivering pack. He stopped by my house to use the bathroom. Number two, tore my house up. I talked about him so bad to where I had to call and apologize. I said, man, you don't go over nobody's house that's married and got a family and do what you did. That's kid stuff. All these gas stations right here. So you see what I'm saying? That's the difference in it's okay, yeah, man. You just use it back. No, no, no. I'm a grown, you know what, man. You don't do that. I was sick.
So your friend couldn't do the knowledge.
No, you don't go to nobody's house just and he left. He just came by just to do that and left. Different we was over playing spades or whatever, kicking it. You guys, I got that. But you came over here just because you was down the street. Let me go to Marvin house, use the bathroom, and tore my house up. I figured I'd make y'all laugh a little bit, but it's the truth. Tore my house up, man. I had to open windows and everything. Man, you don't do that as a grown man.
You don't do that to a grown a man, y'all. Like
Come on, man. Come on, man. It's some things you don't take as a grown man. It's just you don't. No, no, no.
Yes. All
You
right.
know
Well,
I'm
look.
crazy now. I got to take my other pill, my crazy pill.
Well, look. I appreciate it. Look, I appreciate us closing. Uh, closing with a funny story, you guys.
Funny and true. Funny and true.
But yeah, we're gonna do this again, you guys. We are gonna hear more from Marvin, and we're gonna begin to build upon the
Yeah.
shows where we talking to multiple people about different
Yes.
things and have a whole conversation with you guys. What are your thoughts and different things like that? And we have several authors who are a part of these joining forces and talking about these different things, starting podcasts and things like that together, and even doing books
Mhm.
together.
I love that. I love that. I would love.
Yeah.
I would love to do a book with 4 or 5 of she men. I would love that.
Yeah, I think it will be an epic thing and y'all will be making history,
I love it.
men who were brought together, brothers in authorship, sharing. And I know that you have another book that you're thinking of coming out with, and I can't wait for that book. I'm not going to say anything, but it was I can't really recall the name right now, and I don't know if you want to put that out there tonight for the viewers. But there's a book that you talked to me about. Like it could have been last year that you're coming out with, and I'm going to want that book.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna want that book. Okay. So
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna say. I will say, ladies, you can actually Marvin has a author page on our website. You can go to that website, you can check out all the books that he's written, including I Woke Up Black, and you can get your copies of his book. Where else can you give them your website as
Yeah.
well?
Just MarvinO'Brien.com. All the books are there.
Yeah. So support come out. He will be at the 2025 gala,
Yes. Can't
guys.
wait. Can't wait.
So we are gonna be with we're gonna be cutting up with our family. We
Yeah.
have Cooper's Hawk, who is a sponsor, who is one of the sponsors of the conference. And I am super excited, y'all. We got VIP tickets, we got regular tickets, we got the family coming through, and we're gonna do it. This is a milestone. This is 5-year anniversary for the publishing company, and we just want to celebrate you as well as the company. So,
Okay.
thank you for coming through and interviewing with your
Yeah.
fam.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
see y'all next time. See y'all next Tuesday.
Well, yeah, I gotta close now. Just to add a little something. I want to say it over and over again. You're the best. You and your mom are the best publishing company in the world. There's not another. I've been interviewed by other publishing companies before I met you. Yeah, I can do this for you. The passion, the love that y'all draw on a person, man, and the work that y'all do, and you don't let us slide. You always got keeping us up on what's going on. If we call you, it's always going to be called back within a day or so. I mean, I tell all people that y'all the greatest, and I want you to know that I thank you, thank you, thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. If anything I could do to help you and your company, She Company, I am here.
Thank you. Look,
Thank you.
y'all already know we coming through for the event
Always.
there. So I
Yeah, man.
appreciate it. I appreciate you and Angela for everything and your
Yeah.
appreciation.
Yes, man.
So
Yes,
with
man.
that said, I am going to play a little something. We're gonna begin to talk about a documentary that we're gonna do together as a She family.
Mhm.
So again, thank you, Marvin. I'm about to play this video and
Thank
then
you.
we're gonna say good night.
Thank you. Good night. Good night. Thank you.